This is the last time I'm re-record all this because I don't know. It's like the format. It's like the whatever. Happy birthday to me. I'm 32. Welcome to the Whomst podcast. Um, Today it's officially is about to be the 22nd. I've been working. I've been working and stuff like that, and just didn't have the time. So happy birthday to me. Blah blah blah. Send me money. Welcome back to the show. My birthday actually wasn't that great. Because I work nights, so I end up working twice that day because I worked on the 19th and it turned into the 20th, and then I went home, went to sleep, and then I went back to work for for the rest of that day. So I went to work twice. It's so annoying. And then what made the 20th even worse, right? When I got off of work the first time on my actual birthday, I've been riding my bike to work. I don't know if I talked about that in the last episode. I've been riding since Ubers cost like it's gonna cost me like $30 to $40 a day. I end up investing in a bike and taking a bus and then riding my bike to work, and that's what I've been doing. So when I got off of work, I thought it was a smart idea get off like 15 minutes earlier than I usually do, so I can get in front of these crazy ass Texas drivers who's trying to rush to go home, and they hit me in the middle of the damn night, as they do with regular cars. But then I end up getting caught. On the train tracks. Okay, not on the train tracks, but like the tracks were stopped, and the whole cargo, and it was just at a standstill. It was standstill for about 20 minutes. For like 20 minutes, and I would have detoured, but I'm on a bike, and that would have been like a 30-40 minute detour. So I just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be patient. I'm gonna be patient and just wait it out. Eventually it started moving, but then the annoying thing happened, and I fucking called it. I knew it was gonna happen. The last let me just look it up. Jesus Christ. The sections, the last part, I saw it coming. I was like, this motherfucker's about to stop. And it did. It stopped right before the big stop signs, right? The big old poles right before that. And it wasn't enough room because the train tracks kind of have like, it's on a hill a little bit. So I couldn't my bike is like 80 pounds because it got fat tires and it got a battery in it. So I couldn't just carry the bike over to the hill above the train tracks and then go about my night, right? Also, I don't know anything about. I keep hearing about like third rails and electricity and all that stuff. So yeah, you know what? No, thank you. I'm good. So I'll just wait. I don't want to die on my birthday. That's wrong. And I wasn't tripping because it was the weekend. The 20th was on a Saturday, so the buses run a little bit later than usual. If it was during the weekday, I would have missed my bus, but I got time to kill, basically what I'm trying to say. So I get to the bus stop or the train station to catch my bus, and I bought the bike about a week ago, like a week and a half ago, for these situations with the Uber thing, and none of the bus drivers ever gave me crap about my bike. If anything, they all had questions about it because it was an electric bike and it folds or whatever, being nosy. Even one bus driver even helped me get the bike onto the bus and taught me how to tie it down like a wheelchair in the handicap spot, right? So it doesn't move and I don't have to hold it during the whole 40-minute ride that I'm on the bus, right? Whatever. Everybody else was cool except today, of all days, and the bus driver just happened to be white. So it's just like, I'm like, come on, dude, stop for 1 second, for one day. Can we not live up to the stereotype? Christ. And I try not to make by default anyway, trying to not make everything about race, but boy, some white people make it so fucking hard to not think. Because why does it matter, sir? Why always run into these law-abiding ass motherfuckers all the time? Not all the time, but it's like it feel like it. I think what bugs me is because it's always so random. Like this happened at 5:30 in the morning. I am your first rider, and I confirmed it later after I got done with my once we talked, and he talked to his supervisor or whatever, and he confirmed that, oh yeah, I could put it on as long as it doesn't take up too much space, blah 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 or whatever. I was the only one on the bus at that time, the only one, the whole ride. Not one person got on the bus. So out for this 40 minutes to an hour long ride. No, it was shorter than that because he was doing that whole angry driving. You know how some people do, they emotionally drive. You can hear it in the engine, like they really got their foot down, like you pissed off at me. Like, come on, bro. I didn't go off, I didn't yell. I was like, I was done. I was tired, bro. I just got off like this 10-hour shift. It's prime week too, so I'm tired. I've been biking to work. Like, I'm exhausted, bro. I don't have the energy for arguments. Like, bro, just what do you want me to do? I was more frustrated at the fact that he might leave me an hour away from my house. Granted, I just have to get an Uber and then deal with the Uber driver on trying to get this bike onto into their car or whatever, or wait another fucking hour because it's the weekend, and hopefully the next bus driver is somebody else who just don't give a fuck, because who cares? I'll get it a little bit if the bike was like huge and I couldn't fold it, and it did take up a bunch of space. But again, it folds in half, and then the handle folds too. So it's like if anything, I've seen people have more groceries than I have than this bike. This bike, like, come on, bro. I think it would it's like I said, it's not even like a white thing. It's more just like, why do I always run into these like law abiders all of a sudden? It's like, what do it matter? It's like, yeah, I might be breaking the rules, but who cares? Like, just as TikToker kids say, just put the fries in the bag, man. Just drive the fucking bus. But I did a really good job. I've been not studying. I just been listening to these like pseudo podcasts about like stoicism and stuff like that. So it's just like I'm doing a pretty good job of like keeping my cool and just like, all right, let's attack this situation. Oh, this is happening. This is pissing me off. But you know what? Being pissed off as a black man is not gonna fucking help anything. So let's do this. Let's figure this out, man. And I don't want to put thoughts in his head, but I like to assume the fact that I didn't go off, he was willing to at least not pull off on me, like pull away, just like close the door and leave. That's my headcanon. I'm gonna stick to that. Hopefully that's what was happening. And I didn't even give him like, because I wanted to be petty and just like do some like, oh, thanks, appreciate it for, like, I wanted to say something, but you know what? I've learned that even with this podcast, even with like topics and stuff like that, I know I talked about this before, whereas like I'll be angry about something, or I really be passionate about something, but then I won't record for like a day, and by the time I get to it, it's like I don't even care anymore. So it's just like, I think that's how I gotta attack my anger. It's just wait it out, because you won't give a fuck in like 3 minutes because you're ADHD. You're like, you're gonna be thinking about something else in like 2 minutes. I even wrote out a whole like giant paragraph on Facebook ranting about it, posted it, and then deleted it 2 minutes later because it was like, So if you saw it, you saw it. You know what I meant. But it's like, it was so annoying. I think it just because of the day or whatever. But whatever, the day happened. Nothing special because it was a work day. I won't really celebrate it until tomorrow. I'm going to go watch Horizon. Yeah, a Kevin Costner movie. Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1. It's a 2024 American epic Western film. Directed and produced by Kevin Costner. Also starred Kevin Costner. Like, I always find it funny when, I gotta be in my own movie, which I understand. I talk shit about it, but whatever. What's up with all? Okay, every time I like look up, try to find what the movie is about, you go to Wikipedia. It always gives like, oh, let me name all the stars in it, and then the next chapter is, okay, this is where it played. It's like, hey, what the fuck is the movie about? Okay, here we go. In 1859, in a San Pedro Valley, a party of surveyors marked stakes to outline the borders of a forthcoming frontier town, Horizon. Soon after, something a missionary seeks out Horizon and discovers the surveyors are dead at the hands of Western Apache warband. He buries their bodies and establishes the town of Horizon. I'm not gonna read any more, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna spoil it. But not only is it chapter one of so it's like okay, say it's a four chapters, and the first movie is 3 hours long. Jesus Christ, dude. I might have to break my. I've been doing good with not drinking energy drinks. I might have to dip into it for this one, boy, because I don't know. I'm gonna be by myself for sure. Because I heard nobody talking about this, so I know for sure that no one's gonna be there when I actually make it, and it's gonna be 9 in the morning. So I'm trying to get it over with, man. But that's kind of like sad, bro. Like if I try to like I'm thinking about it, I'm like, man, I'm gonna be in this movie for three. It's not even 3 hours. It's like 3 hours plus all the previews and all the welcome back to Cinemark. You want to play a game with us? And like, come on, just play the fucking movie. um, did I mention this is the new direction I want to do with this show is of course the same old rambly bullshit, but it's like I wanna focus more on not making it two different shows, but trying to make it do the movie opinionated stuff. Do more of that, and put it on the Whomst instead of the casual enjoyer, and just make it just one show, whatever, right? That's I don't know if I said it. I know I recorded it and I think I deleted it, so I'm not sure if I said it. Hopefully, I'm not repeating myself. Anyway, speaking of movies, I did watch Longlegs. That I've been waiting for this movie for a while. I think because this is back when me and Judah was going to movies and stuff like that. Um, I seen it like 6 months ago. I forget what movie we were watching, but I seen it and boy, it hit my I love horror movies. I love horror games. I don't like playing them, but if you can get it, it's not even just horror. It's just not like screamer horror and like Jason's chasing. Oh, no, that stuff is cool, but I like you to try to attack a concept. Like take a concept and try to like expand on it, make it weird and kind of confusing. Not so much like Saw or anything like that, but like what's a good example? I'm trying to look it up. I'm trying to look up the name of the movie that I saw recently because it's kind of hard to look it up and be like horror movie with ghost and an abandoned house or something like that. That was like the setting, but like you can't look that up because like most of them have that setting. It's always a dead person or I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. But anyway, I'm looking on IMDb, right? And I was like, best weird horror movies. Hopefully, I can find something or something similar to that. And number 6, it says 2001: A Space Odyssey. A Space Odyssey was a horror movie. I gotta look. I gotta go watch that. Then I didn't know that was a movie. I don't know if that's a horror movie or they just kind of bullshitting. I don't know. And what always pissed me off about these kind of lists, it's never anything recent. Granted, this was no, it was modified like 4 years ago. Anyway, just like when people pick rappers, they always pick like, oh, if I say the oldest shit, then it just makes me look smarter. Like they say, okay, best weird horror films. It says number 1 is The Cabinet of Dr. Caligara from 1920. Number 2 is Nosferatu, which, by the way, the new one is coming out with William Dafoe. Ooh, that motherfucker look good, boy. But anyway, number 2, Nosferatu from 1920. That's the best weird horror film that you can think of recently. Man, I don't know. Why am I angry? Wow, I'm learning a lot though. I didn't know Westworld was a 70s movie. I thought Westworld was like an original series. Huh. Damn, I gotta go watch that and figure that out. Siri, I'm not talking to you. He said, okay. Okay, maybe if I search weird recent from 2013 to 2023. Let's see what horrornews.net has to say. Uh, Continues without supporting us. Yes, I just want to read this and never see y'all again. Please, for the love of God. The Greasy Strangler, Bliss. Y'all ain't got no pictures. Am I not allowed to see pictures because I don't want to support y'all? Yeah, fucking it. Butt Boy, Fried Berry, um, Possessor. I thought that said Shrek. I'm like, what the fuck? Um, Sound of Violence, Glorious. All right, whatever. I can't find a good example. My point is, I like the weirder concepts, not just like, oh, haunted house ghosts. Usually it is like that, but then they expand it a little bit. Um, I paused it and then tried again. I tried to change it up and say horror movie about dead mom and the devil, and of course, Evil Dead pops up. It's like, come on, it's like, that's it. Okay, I found something. Hereditary is a good one. It's not necessarily not exactly what I was looking for, but it is like a weirder concept, especially if you watch the movie and you've seen the ending. It's not the greatest movie, but it's like it is. It's I guess it's body horror that I like. It's like they not afraid to do some like weird stuff. It makes you think. It makes you go like, what the hell is going on here? It's like it makes me smile. I don't know. I don't know what that says about me. Malignant. That's a good one. Yeah. I still can't find the exact one I was trying to describe, but I found Malignant. That's a good example. Smile is a good example too. It's not necessarily super scary, but you get the point. It sticks to a plan, and it goes with it. But anyway, I watched Longlegs. Like I said, I've been waiting for a while for it, and it didn't disappoint. But it wasn't super great. It wasn't like the best movie I've ever seen, but it is okay. If I had to, in my own rating system, whether walk out, fall asleep, rent the DVD, or buy it, I would stream it, which is not any of the ones I just said. If when it comes out to streaming, I would definitely watch it again because I want to see some of the Easter eggs or like some of the details because it was shot really well. Nicolas Cage did a really good job as Longlegs. Some of the scenes of him doing like some trying to be, it's supposed to be like creepy. It's not supposed to be like scary, but it's supposed to be creepy. Like, get this motherfucker out of my face, creepy. And he does like this weird Nicolas Cage esque like singing, but it goes on a little too long, makes it kind of cringy. It's not really. It stops being creepy and more like, all right, you're still doing this, but otherwise, without giving it away, I'll probably talk about spoilers some other time. But um, I liked it. I like it. It's. I recommend y'all go watch it. I'm gonna give y'all a few more weeks before I do just spoil the stuff for you. Shot really well. I think it's shot by Neon. It was a lot of Neon trailers. They do a pretty good job. I guess I'll end it on a really depressing note. Talk about politics. Ooh, because I'm kind of glad I didn't. Because I recorded some of this last week, but it was nothing really happening. But now everything kind of happened. One, Trump got shot at. Okay, look. In my opinion on that is, even if he got killed, right? I'm not celebrating it or anything like that, but it's like you can't really feel bad because that's the environment that he's creating. So especially finding out that the shooter is one of his own people, is just a young Republican for what, even if it's real in the first place, like if it's even real, because it's a lot of theories, it's a lot of conspiracy theorists, a lot of people taking pictures of close up of the ear and the patch and saying that it's like real, it's a rush job for a predecessor. Oh my god, there go that word again. an injury caused to an ex-president. Like, it seems like really rushed to work for this like lazy ear patch. So people thinking it's fake or whatever. It's a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna get into it. Like I said, if it did happen, he kind of did it to himself, in a way. But it definitely would not help with the situation. If anything, it would have made it a lot worse. Because when you find out later on that in the next speech that he gave he gave this whole like teary-eyed as like, I shouldn't be here speech, like, and all the followers are like, they have their own earpiece, their own like cover up for their ears, like as if they got injured too, to show like solidarity or whatever. It's like, hey, you survived. You're like so he's like a hero now because he got shot at, and then they wearing this ear patch following his ass, which is funny because this is the same generation that will tell us as kids like, hey, if your friends jumped off a bridge, would you do it? And then here they are doing this shit. Which I got a theory. I got a theory that I think we missed out on a great opportunity. Because let's paint a picture. Let's say Trump did get shot, right? He did get his head blown off. I feel like if hackers moved fast enough, and got AI and they sent AI of Trump to a voicemail to all the registered Republicans, of a certain age, right? Because that's the one. Those are the ones that was really wearing the ear patches. Really old supporters of Trump. I feel you sent them a AI generated voice of Trump to their voicemail or whatever, of him being like, I'm okay, better than ever. Actually, bullet made me stronger. I recommend it, or something like that, something ridiculous. And in this AI Trump suggests that they should also eat a bullet or something like that. I feel like it will catch enough ears, enough people will kill themselves that it'll be kind of funny. Like, it's kind of fucked up, but it's kind of funny though. The bigger the bullet, the more patriotic, or some bullshit. Because what's weird is, you see those old people wearing a patch and looking up to Trump and stuff like that. I make the same face towards them the same way I see when like say one of like my own people, like some fellow black people making a scene in like a grocery store or something like that for something they actually doing. Like I make that same face. That's how I felt. It's just so like, come on, are y'all serious? Come on. Then fast forward a couple days after that, today actually, Joe Biden dropped out. Apparently, he dropped it on Twitter of all places. He said he's not gonna run for the 2025 election, 2024, whatever number we say, right? He's not gonna run, and he endorses Kamala, and I don't know how to feel about that. I'm cool about, it's like, yeah, I'm all like, cool. Let's try something new with like a black woman president, whatever, right? But at the same time, I'm like, is that even going to help? Because it feels the same almost. Yeah, she's more spry and she's more on her feet, whatever. But I don't know a thing about her besides that she's a cop, and I don't even know. Honestly, I don't know what she's done as vice president. For real. Jesus Christ. At the end of the day, it still feel like you choosing one of two evils. It's you vote for a super cop, and who knows what that's gonna do with law enforcement and our relationship with the police, and then, or you choose the guy where people feel like they're above the law. It's like you can't win. It's like, what do we do? And then what's crazy, right? You just got all movie stars on one side. Not when I say movies, I say movie stars just like in quotations. I'm talking about like people who've been on TV or famous for something and it's been on TV. Of course you got Trump, and then he got the person that he picked. I think JD. What's the name of? Let me see. JD Vance. Yeah, and I did. If it wasn't for other people explaining, but apparently I watched a movie that was about his life. Hillbilly Elegi. All right. From what I understand, it says an urgent phone call pulls a Yale law student back to Ohio hometown where he reflects on 3 generations of family history and his own future. And I remember watching it, but I don't remember much. All I remember is that angry ass grandma yelling at that kid a lot, and that's all I remember. It's a typical like I grew up in the hood. Now I'm trying to get out of it, but it's like it's the white version. It's like, oh, I look back. Living in it's not Louisiana. I don't think, right? It said Ohio. Jesus Christ. You get the point. It's like, oh, I lived in this fucking hillbilly ass town, and we ain't got nothing, and I'm gonna grow up out of it and get out of here, go to law school, and all that shit. And that's his life. It's the typical hood movie, except white man goes to Yale. Whatever. What was my point of bringing him up? Yeah, it's just like weird star-studded cast on that side. It's like, what's up with all these stars becoming like politically driven? Like, take your money and go to bed, bro. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I'm gonna stop talking. See y'all next week or whenever I record again. Please leave a voicemail 725-999-2704 or send an email to thewhomst@gmail.com. All right, see y'all next time.